As I've told Big Chuck many times before, we are in the home stretch, boys. So, we are here at the finals of the team event round 5 at Adepticon. Adepticon known for the team event. And here we are. We have a whole bunch of incredibly noticeable people from the Marvel Crisis Protocol community, including Mike DeLuca and Jacob from the Danger Room podcast, going up against Dr. Norbert and Gil. Dr. Norbert, one of the major community players over in the UK. If you follow any of the Facebook groups from Marvel Crisis Protocol, you know that I believe it's the Bad Moon Cafe has an incredible community over there showing up to events and local game store nights. At least my understanding that Norbert is a big part of. So huge thank you to all of these people that are going to be competing in this final match for what they do for MCP as a community as a whole. And yeah, just a whole bunch of good people.
Yeah. Good people are good.
Yep. All right.
Excited to see what they're bringing. I don't have any idea what factions they've got with them.
So if I know anything, it's probably not what's right.
But you're going to say it anyway.
I am going to say it anyway. Like if I was to go over to the Longshanks for the event and take a look at what they had, I think Flavortown could be going Avengers or Guardians.
Okay.
I think those filthy European Socialists, which is the team name, that is the team name.
I really like that team name.
Of Dr. Norbert and Gil. Both of these teams have gone 4-0. These are the only 2 undefeated teams in the team tournament, all of whom are very high-end players. And I'm very excited to see how this goes down. I hope you are all as well.
Ben is promoting his bias here for Flavortown. I couldn't think of a better word there.
Correct.
Who he's supporting his team. What's the word I'm looking for? His support? Who's putting it behind? I don't know.
He's, listen, sometimes when you spirit bomb, you need everyone to lend you their energy.
That's true. Maybe
Flavortown needs it, maybe they don't. But either way, Ben will be giving his support.
Oh, we're getting a picture before the game here so they can share this memory.
Getting lots of pictures here. A little for us, a little for them. Wow. I'm actually curious.
Only 279 of those to go. From Ben specifically.
Wow.
Oh, 270.
Oh, I think I timed that one perfectly.
That was really good. Just by chance.
It wasn't on purpose. Wow. Yeah. Oh, what am I pulling down here?
Stuff?
The curtain. All right, here we go. Wow. 2 for 2. 2 for 3, I suppose.
There's no way you could have known the first one.
Correct. Now I'm watching. Nowhere. Now I'm just like, I'm trying to anticipate it. Wow. That one was not as good.
That was pretty good. At least it's kind of subtle. It's not like loud and goes forever.
Wow. That one was even worse. I'm going to get worse as time goes on.
Probably, yeah. Worser and worser. Oh, it looks like we should have Criminal Syndicate, maybe? See some ninjas and Ulick and Rhino.
Some ninjas, some Ulick, some Rhino.
Kingpin.
Some Kingpin and it rang the bell.
See Spider-Woman?
That's a green Ulick too. Looks dope.
Ulick?
Ulick? Who?
Ulick, because he's the green.
He is a little green.
Filthy European Socialists.
Yes.
Did you get theirs?
I did. Flavortown?
So, Flavortown has priority.
Okay.
Flavortown has priority to start.
Let's go down to the game screen, take a look at that table, especially if you are able to see Aesop's Fables. Now we are able to move this one a little back now that Black Cat is not in the middle of nowhere. So we can see a little bit more of what's going on in any place that's not that back corner. Did you offer the Ben huge? No, you have to clear it first, man. Not just going to go up and hug people.
He was very specific that you had to get the consent for Tim.
Mm-hmm. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum bum.
So you said it was Avengers or Guardians for Flavortown? I hope to see some Guardians. We haven't really seen them today.
Yeah. Ooh, Jen Booth, thanks for the hydrate and the posture check.
I'm already slouching like crazy here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. JB, take it and see. How are you doing? Tell Turtle to ask. I don't think they look at their phones. Aww. Okay.
Yeah. It's been great, Jimbo. We've had a lot of close games, some surprising moves. It's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Ben.
Or if not, just slap Dan as a substitute. Sure. Sounds good. Listen, man, I got to do what the people want.
I'll take it out on Lucky.
I know you will.
We're going to change it up completely and do Riots and Montessi.
No way.
Whoa, what? Why do I even turn the box off?
So we have Riots, Sparkle, Extremis 3.0, and the Montessi formula.
Very legitimately, I should just stop turning them on. I was just like, man, I think we've only had we've had other things but Montessi, but
it's the second time we've seen Montessi and the third or fourth time we've seen Riots today. Very
Correct.
Popular.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that, though.
I mean, we're getting to know these. You know, you don't have to pay to flip on Extremis by now.
That's true. You'd hope. Listen, I knew it up before that last game, too.
Right. It's just because we've been streaming for 11 hours
Yeah.
that we get things mixed up as we go.
Can we just say just how great it is, by the way, that stream has...
Don't stop.
Okay.
Just stop right there.
Yep, fair.
We're at 11 hours, 15 minutes is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
With very minimal breaks.
Correct. Flavortown.
Flavortown.
On the left.
Flavortown.
Flavortown.
I want to see a Drax or Gamora. I doubt it, but I want to see it.
Ooh, I like that.
Or Ronan. Or Beta Ray Bill. Yeah, Agent Venom in there. They're all Guardians. I'd love to see some Beta Ray. He's got such a good model. That lightning arc. Oh, we got some rosters here, so we can at least get an idea of what they could be taking. So Flavortown. We got some of what I was just asking for. So Mike is running Star-Lord, Rocket, Beta Ray Bill, Dr. Voodoo, Black Cat, Juggernaut, Black Widow. And then Jacob's got Captain Sam, Captain Steve, Hulk, Iron Man, Vision, Dynamo, and Groot. I love how they split up Rocket and Groot between the two of them. Team Tactics card, they could be taking Avengers Assemble, Helios Laser, Sacrifice, Fallback, We Are Groot, Recalibration Matrix, Brace for Impact, Deadly Duo, Eyes on the Prize, and Mission Objective.
All right. So, for Gil and Norbert, we have Steve Rogers, Hulk, Vision, Hawkeye, Lockjaw, Rogue, and Wong. Captain America, Sam Wilson, Iron Man, Spider-Woman, Dr. Voodoo, Scarlet Witch, Heimdall, and Pyro. For Team Tactics cards, we are looking at Avengers Assemble, Patch-Up, Recalibration Matrix, Marked for Death, Follow Me, Trip Up, Pyrotechnics, Helios, Laser, Bombardment, The Whims of Chaos, and Double Agent. For Secures, we have Gamma, Mayor, Fisk, and Sword, Extraction, Scrawls, Montessi, and Research. We have all the TOs over here, by the way, or at least the majority of them. As a Brit, let's go Norbert. Love to hear it. Rooting for the Socialists for purely political reasons. Love it. Who was using the tape measure? Norbert. Bill slaps hard. All right, so we're going to be getting right into it.
Yeah, Otis, this is the team finals. Game 5. Both teams here are undefeated going into this, so winner take all.
Correct.
I don't know if there's a second place prize or anything like that.
I would assume so.
So maybe not winner take all, but let's go. All right. Too into it. Meanwhile, Taylor's fixing the mess he made of your tackle box of tokens.
Yeah, they really kind of
They're all over there.
ran a good one on that.
Whoops.
But listen, that's the sacrifice you make, whether you're running a what-if event or something else, your own stuff. Listen, what's the worst that's going to happen? You just got to reorganize it. You can do that every once in a while anyway.
Gonna hurt his back more being bent over for 10 minutes picking up all the tokens.
Yeah, probably.
Right, Matt, we did have a lunch break between rounds 2 and 3. Luckily, dinner right there. I haven't seen the line long at all. People go through it so quick.
Yeah.
Go grab a couple things, come back. The food here is surprisingly good.
Yeah.
For real quick, like grab off the line. No personal pizza or chicken tenders or whatever.
Yep.
And salads.
So they haven't had a little break since lunch. No. 3 rounds, 6 hours.
And
Outside
not
of
an
if they finish their
extended
game
break.
early. So the last game that we streamed actually went pretty well over the time. But with the rules at 10 minutes before, you don't start a new round. Or 10 minutes before the timer, you do not start a new round. So, yeah, they did in fact go kind of a pretty heavy amount over. So listen, you play fast, you get more time, you get a better break.
Yeah.
You want to make your big break bigger for only $1 more? Well, you can right here at Adepticon 2023.
Your big break bigger, huh?
Yeah, you can make that big break bigger.
All right. We're finalizing squads here. I think the filthy European socialists are about good. Looks like Norman's putting all away all the ones they're not using.
Oh, gotcha. So it looks like we're going to be getting rosters here very, very shortly. DeLuca looking, I don't know if that's confident or tired. Maybe hungry.
Little A, little B, little C, probably.
Yeah. The old Abaca. Yep.
Careful, that could be a swear word in Polish.
Oh. At least I didn't say the K word.
Kurva.
Dan.
It's a character's name
It is.
on the Lost Omens podcast.
That's true. The Pathfinder second
Edition.
The Pathfinder 2nd Edition podcast comes out every Monday here on the Professional Casual Network.
If you really want to hear us make fools of ourselves, and then there's Curva too.
Mm-hmm.
He's never a fool.
That's true.
He pities the fool.
He does. All right, once again, this is the finals for the Adepticon 2023 Team Tournament 2v2.
Oh man, Hulk is popular here today. I'm pretty sure we got Hulk on both sides again.
And that is somewhat of the meta right now. Big, tall boys. It's the tall meta.
Looks like Flavortown's got, their Hulk is holding on to something. I can't quite tell what it is, but I think it's something cool. Big metal thing. Maybe he's got a big metal steel chair.
That could be. And he's coming in with the steel chair. All right, so if we want to get ahead of this a little bit, it looks like for the Europeans, we have Hulk, Captain America. Oh, I cannot tell who some of those are.
Dr. Voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Scarlet Witch and Iron Man.
I think so as well. For the other side, for the Danger Room, we also have a Hulk.
Hulk.
Sam Wilson, Cap.
Yeah.
Black Widow.
Black Widow, Black Cat, and Beta Ray Bill.
Yep, looks like it. Saw the red cape, thought it might have been another Voodoo. Hoodoo? You do.
Socialists.
All right, let's see if we were right with our eyes in the sky there. Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Voodoo, and Scarlet Witch. For tactics cards,
Shaboom.
we're looking at Helios, Trip Up, Patch Up,
Jump Up.
Recalibration Matrix,
Oh.
Avengers Assemble, and Whims of Chaos. And then over on Flavortown, we do have, in fact, both Captain Americas, Sam and Steve, Hulk, Black Widow, Black Cat, and Beta Ray Bill. And for tactics cards, we are looking at Eyes on the Prize, Fallback, Sacrifice, Avengers Assemble, Brace for Impact, and Mission Objective. Good idea.
All right, so we got some Avengers v. Avengers.
First beta rebuild all weekend.
First Beta Ray Bill we've seen on stream, at least.
So what do we got for threat level here? Hulk, that's,
22.
oh wow, max.
Yep.
Or no.
Not max.
Not max.
24.
The
I
highest
think,
we've
is
seen
max.
today, though.
Yes. Yep.
All right, so you think we'll get a classic Hulk versus Hulk?
I mean, it certainly seems like we're going to get a Hulk off.
Or Steve Cap versus Steve Cap?
Yep.
I'm real excited for Beta Ray Bill out there. Looks like he's also deployed. Right down the middle.
Mm-hmm. So while we won't be able to do interviews with the players after this game, we are going to invite each one of them, probably as teams, to record some interviews that'll go up on the YouTube at a later point. Brian Watson.
I see him walking this way.
So there's a thing that we've talked about at some conventions called con fatigue or tournament fatigue, where that's fine. Where some players might feel tired at the end. When you go into a finals, Nate, GG talked about this last year at Adepticon, where you go up against some incredibly tough opponents and you get in a little bit of a brain fog. These two teams have been playing all day today, This is round 5. They've already have at least 8, maybe 8.5 hours under their belt currently for just today.
Yeah.
Going into the highest stakes of the day in the finals. You're going to do interviews tomorrow. I would like to do interviews tonight. Like I said, unfortunately, they won't be streamed, but maybe we'll get one of them. Maybe we'll get 2. Tomorrow's going to be a long day as well, so finding the time for those can be a little rough, but we'll try to get them all on and record something for sure.
Looks like we got Iron Man and Dr. Voodoo on the European side. We've got Black Widow has been placed above Beta Ray Bill. Sam Cap is going just south of Beta Ray Bill. I was about to ask Taylor which leader do we have for Avengers on the left, but they don't have to choose it till the deployment's over.
Correct.
Beta Ray Bill model is so good.
Yeah, Beta Ray Bill is just an absolutely dope model. All right, and that's going to be Scarlet Witch down for Gil and Norbert.
Scarlet Witch.
And that looks like Black Cat and Black Widow. Right? Black Cat and Black Widow, a pocket of stealth up there on the left side.
What do you mean? There's nobody over there.
The Danger Room boys. Listen, they're not John Cena. We're within range 3 of them, probably.
I feel like we're really far out of range 3.
Well, I mean, like, we got to play by miniature rules, or they got to play by our rules.
So they're within range 3 of us at
We are not
our
within
scale.
Yes, we are not within range 3 of them at their scale.
Because range 3 for us would be like, I guess, like 20 feet or so.
Just interview them mid-match like they do on those baking competition shows when they are in the middle of making their food. I don't hate that.
Yelling with they sweat on it. We used to watch a lot more of those baking shows, like Top Chef, I think was the big one. Master Chef. That was a good one. I mean, there's one dude that was real sweaty and Gordon Ramsay's like yelling, "I'm not going to eat that, you're sweating right in it." And it was like, oh.
Actually, I really liked Master Chef a lot.
I thought that was a cool one. And it wasn't just Gordon Ramsay yelling at people. Like, he was one of the judges, so.
He wasn't even the bad guy in that one. It was Joe that would yell at people.
He wouldn't yell at them. He would just make them feel awful as he would stare down their soul as he took a bite of their food without looking at the spoon.
And then walk away.
Yeah, without saying, and they're like, what?
And make you want to just apologize to your parents.
That guy
was no idea why, yeah.
Terrifying.
Maybe you start rolling dice with an actual injury.
What's that?
Maybe you start rolling dice with an actual injury.
Oh, no.
Master Chef
no.
Jr. was really cool with the kids that were like, I'm never going to be this good at anything. These kids are good at cooking. And he just got kicked off.
Yeah. Yep.
It's raw.
All right. So let's get into this. Let's watch some of this incredibly technical play here. That is going to be Steve Rogers deploying in the center. Counter somewhat to Norbert and Gil's Steve Rogers. So once again, Danger Room guys, Mike and Jacob on the left, Norbert and Gil on the right. Ooh, looks like
saving their Hulks for the last.
Looks like Gil got those new dope range tools.
What those?
All right, there's a Hulk
They look so cool.
being deployed as well. Looks like we still have a Hulk left for DeLuca.
Not quite right up against each other, but both very central.
Mm-hmm.
I think what that Hulk is holding are the wheels to the skid steer thing from the Kingpin construction set.
Honor is intact.
Handshake.
You're good. The Accords are in.
All right. Can we get a close-up of those? It'd be kind of difficult to, unfortunately.
Dad, we gonna have a Hulk off?
We might have a Hulk off.
It does.
Or a Steve off.
Oh, or a Steve off.
Or both.
Taylor's like, what? A Steve Hulk.
Honor is established.
I love seeing these Hulk mirror matches where it's just who rolls better, essentially.
Okay, so Beta Ray Bill is going to move up, use Eyes on the Prize,
Nice.
and grab that center book.
His not an Asgardian ability to get extra power
And
helps
then
him to do that. being a cyborg, and then hides behind that bunker thing.
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
He's not hiding. He's tactically positioning.
He's not crying. It's raining.
He's worthy. He's not hiding.
Correct, yes.
Flying monkeys.
Flying horse robots.
That was a great move to grab that middle book and potentially get that initial lead.
Getting taunts from the sidelines here.
TOs
From the judge.
They're getting weird. Everybody's tired. Someone's talking about doing like pizza and board games afterwards. I'm going to bed. I need sleep.
Yeah, fair.
Like, well, I want both of those things, pizza and board games, but body
Pizza.
needs sleep.
Pizza and board games.
He's not scared, he's cautious, yes. He's tactical.
So incredibly tactical.
You must have learned that from Taylor. Tactical Taylor.
Taylor is quite tactical. Tio's talking smack as a sign that it's going down. Here's the thing.
They're talking smack. Not even talking smack. Dude.
They're not even mentioning or referencing the other players. Just us.
I wouldn't go so far as to say obscene. Just weird.
A little bit. Ravensguard, good to see you, buddy.
Iron Man double move, not quite on the objective.
Okay, Iron Man headed towards the Extremis from the middle. Might have just been an issue with deployment.
Yeah. Maybe they planned on Iron Man taking that middle book and then it got taken out from under him.
Yeah.
Because Sam Cap can definitely get to that bottom point with a double move.
Black Widow double move, pick up a book.
Oh, Black Widow is gonna. Black Widow is gonna be playing keep away with that book in the back for sure. Stealth and hanging out on an Extremis council. I mean, he's gonna have to get someone back there to take her down. It's a very strong position, especially with Beta Ray backing her up.
Yeah.
Eyes on the prize. Really, really great first move with priority and getting a center objective like Montessi.
I kind of want to see Beta Ray hit Iron Man, or I think Voodoo as well with his lightning that does extra if they fly, or I forget exactly how it works, but he's got a couple flyers. Does Scarlet Witch has fly too, doesn't she?
She does, yeah.
All right, so everybody but Cap or Hulk is a prime target for that. Zippity zap. Don't come back.
Captain America double moves, picks up a book.
All right, Captain America is going to double move. Looks like was just slightly off center to be able to pick up that book. Looks like Sam Wilson might be looking at a shield throw.
Charge.
Oh, he's not going for that bottom point. He's charging up to throw a shield. Well, I guess he could still move after that.
Yeah, so when charge is only 1 power, showing 3 on the dice, no ricochet, blocking 2. Only 1 is going to go through.
Prang. Steve Cap's leadership ability is still so good.
Oh yeah, dope. I think they've probably measured this out quite a bit. He's going to get a push there as well. One of the cool things about Sam Wilson's ricochet is it does have that push.
I forgot it has a push.
So when you have
Does
enough,
it have ricochet too?
yeah. When you have enough reps into all shields, all throwing all the time, as I do.
You know all the minor differences between all the shields.
Correct. What ones are 5 strength? What ones have pushes? What ones are gainers and what ones are no-brainers?
He's going to go back to that objective near their deployment.
What? Why isn't he taking the bottom?
Voodoo sitting over there.
Just Voodoo, you go have it, whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can have that.
I don't even want it.
Well, and remember that he has ride-along or whatever it's called. So he could next action or next round be bringing in a Beta Ray Bill via escort. Drop them off. Is there a size cap to that particular?
I think it's 2, but let us look.
Yep, there you go.
I keep doing it backwards.
Airlift is size 2. Okay, I assume Beta Rays 3.
Oh, that's what I thought.
All right, so that is going to be a Voodoo on the right Extremis, or bottom Extremis, some might say. It's not left or right, baby girl.
Beta Ray Bill is size 2?
He is. I wouldn't say that super loud. We don't want to affect the game, but that is surprising.
I definitely thought he was 3. I was wrong.
Wow.
It's when they
Wowzer.
put size 2s on the medium base, it throws me off a bit.
Yeah. Yep.
Plus, he just seems huge, but a lot of that is that big cape.
Yeah. Yeah. So absolutely.
Steve's doing a double move to get behind Sam.
All right, Steve going to be doing a double move to get behind Sam.
No, you know what it is Hulk's holding? It's definitely wheels from the twin jet.
That's
It's got like the landing
dope.
gear mechanics and stuff.
It's the horse face adds 10 pounds on the camera.
It's more of a miniature pony. It's horse facet.
It is the horse face. He's right there in your face, cause he's a horse face. The horse face, boom, boom.
I don't know the song.
I mean, listen, you all heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Hey, who's this guy?
Hi.
You want to pop on? You want to pop on? Say hi. Okay.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I'll pop in tomorrow when I have some time, and maybe I'll just like stick my head in, so it can still be casual but professional.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. So this is the finals of the team event, right?
Nice. Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Absolutely. That was a Mr.
Will
Schick
the
stomping
Schick.
by. It was Will. He had something in his hands. I wonder what that was.
I'm not sure what they were. Little plasticky things.
Huh.
Discs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe some kind of little trophies or something.
It's probably a consolation prize since they've now officially made it so Iceman will never come out in this game.
Well, no one's ever said that except you just now. And you don't have that authority.
You're right, I don't. That was a joke. Or was it? It was.
Double move by Scarlet Witch.
All right, so a double
Oh, yeah,
move.
there's a game going on instead of you just being mean.
You don't want to play board games with me later and hear more of them?
I never said I didn't want to.
Oh, that's fair.
I specifically said I do want to.
All right, so that is Scarlet Witch moving on up. Double moving, some might say, to that upper extremis at the top of the screen.
Extremis.
You'll get caught up in the extremis. It was a pocket tortilla. It was probably a handful of them, actually. Who is done driving? Alyssa.
I'm going to guess you, Alyssa.
I'm guessing no one helped you. I'm guessing no one even offered to help you.
Who is Alyssa?
Who is Alyssa?
Why is Alyssa?
Run. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, she's done driving, so now she's redeeming.
I literally looked around nervous that they got done driving here and Alyssa was like coming in to just tackle one of us.
Right, I could just imagine. No, I can't even count.
All right, so
I think we're at 14.
looks like Black Cat.
Black Cat climbs up on top of the energy.
Black Cat moving up on top of the energy
Okay.
thing. Gonna crack another one here.
Got an L hydrate?
Alyssa just finished driving.
It's like all Alyssa and then Ravensguard every like 5.
We're actually using Ravensguard as the pacemaker to know
Yes,
when, if it's
actually
moving down the
spaced out
screen or
pretty
not.
well. I believe we're well over 20. My tum's gonna hurt. Tum.
Wow. All right, so Hulk is going to be moving up here. Looks like one short movement. Looking at probably another short movement here. I don't know if this is bait or not. Are they baiting that Hulk into that back line? Or did they just not?
The Hulk?
Or did they just not think he was going to go back there? No, not as many as that. No, that'd be 300 of those, though.
I'm committed. Flavortown's really crowding around that middle objective.
Yeah. Yep.
And Voodoo's like, this is mine.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you.
Right? The old elephant scratch. Well, Alyssa stops playing Inhuman. She has to Hydra, right? Ooh.
Why does she have to Hydra if she's not playing Inhumans?
Or is it because Hydra is just the first half of Hydrate?
I mean, fair.
Oh, when Alyssa stops playing Inhuman, she has to Hydra. Yeah, actually, I think so. With how much she's committed to this bit, I think there's no other option.
She's committed to it on a level of, like, Bandit from Bluey.
Yeah.
He commits to a bit or a joke with the kids, like, strive to be a father like that.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Freddy says, Inhumans forever!
What is this Hulk doing? What are you doing, Gil?
Yo, what that Hulk doing?
What the Hulk do, though?
Moving way up, doing some measuring.
No, looks like it.
He's just hanging out in the middle of the table. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Okay, moving on up.
Flavortown, I feel like they should just move their Hulk up to beat up Scarlet Witch.
Hulk's done after him.
Okay. Hulk's just going to move on up. Looks like we're going to head over to...
I feel like that's where I would go with the Hulk. Or go down and beat up Voodoo, but...
Yeah. All right, so it looks like we're going to get some measurements here.
You know, Hulk's heading to the north. Flavortown Hulk.
Some real precision gameplay here.
Light green Hulk.
Right? Brian Freddy, welcome, man. Good to see you.
And we got like jungle green Hulk in the middle.
Oh, we have 5 minutes left before our next giveaway as well.
Already? Good thing we got a couple questions in the tank there.
Yeah, you guys know someone that wants some of these beautiful Adepticon cards that you see at the bottom right of the game screen. You can win those.
Avengers Assemble on Hulk.
Huh, just Hulk?
Huh.
Interesting. Taylor said Avengers Assemble on light green Hulk, Flavortown side.
On the Danger Room Hulk. The Hulk of Flavortown, some might say.
And then looks like we're just going to get a regular move that'll definitely get him in range to hit Scarlet Witch once.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Assemble is 1 power each?
Yes. Yep.
So that leaves him 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
Get a decent smack in, maybe throw her or throw something into her.
Yeah.
Since he didn't have to Gamma Leap.
Correct.
Is he on the objective there?
I don't think so. I think it's to get her off of it.
We're going to throw one.
Oh, just throw her, not even hit her?
Off point.
Interesting. I mean, maybe throw her back towards everybody else? No,
Yeah.
just kind of out of there. Oh, she was directly on top of it.
Yeah. Sometimes
That's
it's
so I
about,
couldn't see it.
Sometimes it's about just displacing and disruption.
Yeah, why not? But now he's got one more movement if he wants. So he's going to stay pretty far from Wanda there. So looks like she'd have to move to get in range of him.
Then he's going to step over.
Maybe.
All right.
All
Take a
right,
little-
he's got that top point now.
Don't hate it.
No, sometimes you don't need to attack.
All right.
Assemble two.
So that is going to end round 1.
3 to 4.
All right, 3 to 4. The other Avengers.
Yeah, Flavortown's got 4 because they picked up the middle book.
Okay, Flavortown.
that first move with Beta Ray Bill gave him the 1-point lead here. He's just a big friendly Hulk. Yeah, he's just gently placed her over out of the way. Didn't even hurt her or nothing. He could have thrown her into terrain. He chose not to.
So that's going to be Flavortown at 4, going into round 2, up against Norbert and Gil. Round 2.
Deviant Nick says he's back. Can I have a play-by-play recap of everything I missed for the last 2.5 hours?
Yeah, a lot of hydrates, a lot of water drinking.
Tim will give that all to you in 2.5 seconds. That was even quicker. I'm impressed. Well done.
Yeah.
Where'd that Murloc come from?
Right?
Yeah, what'd that Murloc do, though?
Man, you guys are machines. Listen, we do what we can. Listen, the players are machines here. Everyone has been going at it just as long as us. Ooh,
Hey.
Chen Booth, thank you for the Prime sub, the Prime. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I'm surprised you typed it out that fast. Okay, so that is going to have priority back with Norbert and Gil.
It's a really good onomatopoeia for that sound.
It really is. Someone needs to bring coffee to you guys. Actually, just a massive shout out to Lindsay, who has been keeping us fed and caffeinated all day today.
Yeah, I'd take a Diet Mountain Dew right now.
Right? Take 2, they're small. I don't know where that saying is from, but my uncle would always say it, like at family gatherings when people were like,
small.
like when people were like drinking or eating desserts, he'd always say,
Yep.
"Take 2, they're small."
Sounds like something Uncle would say.
Yeah. Yep. But and just a massive thank you to Taylor, regularly. What's this?
About the...
Oh.
Avengers Assemble. Everybody but Steve on this side.
Okay,
Oh,
so
got their
Norbert
own
and Gil are
Avengers
also going to
Assemble.
Avengers Assemble here, moving everyone but Steve. Oddly enough.
I'm sorry I interrupted your shout out to Taylor for sacrificing his body for us to be
Yes.
the eyes in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Really appreciate it because he doesn't do it for like the glory. He gets on stream sometimes,
Yeah.
but he really likes connecting with the people and chatting with them when they're playing and getting all the jokes and whatnot.
All right, guys, it is 8
Which he's
o'clock.
really good at.
While we wait for these Avengers Assemble movements to finish up, the first person to answer this question correctly will be getting their own
Question time.
set of Adepticon 2023 alternate art cards for
Exclusive.
this year. Here's the question. Who was Spider-Man's first villain in issue 1 of the main Spider-Man series? Not Amazing Fantasy 14. Who was the villain in the first Spider-Man comic?
And Hexbolt into Hulk.
So that is going to be a
Oh,
Hexbolt.
I see a lot of names. Oh, Tigre the Great.
Tigre the Great.
Hey, somebody called it. They were going to get it the next one.
Tigre the Great, you got it.
Well done, Tigre the Great. It is the Chameleon.
Very good.
Because, chameleon, natural enemy of a spider. It makes sense. He just didn't actually look like a chameleon like every other villain.
With the skull, we're doing Incinerate.
Okay, so with that attack from Scarlet Witch, they are going to get an Incinerate. And what looks to be a chunk of damage, too. But Tigre the Great, send me an email, tim@professionalcasual.com. Shoot me the address you want me to send that to. You can also shoot us a line here on Facebook, Instagram, or on Discord.
We're going to play that same song.
Okay, how much damage went through the first time?
2.
2. So 2 and Incinerate went through the first time.
2.
And 2 more.
All right, Avengers Assemble saved her that.
Oh,
action.
3 this time. So that's a total of 5 on
Total of 5.
on Hulk.
Okay.
And now we have Incinerate because of the skull. Or, I'm sorry, Hex.
Hex and Incinerate.
Oof.
I mean, it's great,
And I'm
actually.
tired.
Yeah, no, missing, man. Are these trivia questions going to be on the hour every hour? Brian, Freddie, yes, they will.
They've been real fun, too. I like this.
So far, we have given away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hopefully, we have enough.
We'll have to double check.
Yeah.
She then throws the turret at him,
All
and he takes 2.
Okay, she's going to throw that size 3 turret up at the top into the Hulk as well. He will take 2 from that.
Puts him at 7 total?
Yeah, 7 total already.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's so fun.
Scarlet Witch is great. Jen Boo, yeah, will be on tomorrow as well. We'll be on tomorrow covering the first day of the Challenger Series. And then Sunday we'll be on finishing the Challenger Series and covering the Worthy as well as the Studio Reveal. Yes, DV8 Nick, you need to. Yeah, the Shatter Organization card is really good. With Echo and Silver Sable.
Just the intimidating look of the Kingpin sitting there in the middle, just lording over the room while sitting.
Yeah.
Still looks more menacing than anybody else around him.
Okay, that's going to be Black Widow now moving up. What is Black Widow going to be doing? Crossbones looks like, yeah, he does.
Yeah, Natasha double move to get on that objective.
Okay. Natasha double moving.
Potentially.
Well, thinking about it at least.
Oh, she's running up to the top. Pretty safe spot. Garlic Witch is already gone.
Scarlet Witch, yeah, either one. Scarlet or Garlic Witch have both gone. They're activated.
And Steve Cap is pretty far away to get a shield, like one shield throw. Maybe if you get within 3 for stealth. So she's pretty safe up there.
Yeah.
Hulk's like, yo, I got this. Just hang out.
So yeah, that is it for Black Widow. It's going to go back over to Norbert and Gil. So I mean, Iron Man seems pretty safe here. I don't know if you activate him or you save him towards the end. Steve as well. But that Hulk right up in the front might be a great call to try to do as much damage as you can. Sam Wilson right there.
Oh.
Beta Ray Bill. And who else is there?
Everybody.
Who's the one in the front?
Captain America.
Oh, is that both caps there?
Both caps are right there.
Both caps are there. Do you know what time on Sunday the big reveal is going to start? Yes, it'll be 12 Central Time. Right here on this Twitch.
Yeah.
DK.
Cannot wait for that.
Donkey Kong.
For all the so many reveals.
Yeah.
Spirit Venom into Steve.
All right, there's going to be a Spirit Venom into Steve. We're showing 3 on the dice so far. There's a skull for an extra power. No blocks, so 3 are going to go through, and a little bit of sap action.
Exactly.
That old Siggity Sap. It's going to have Steve at only 2 left.
Yikes. I didn't realize Dr. Voodoo. I couldn't see behind that tank. I was a little confused what was happening there. Depending on how much more Dr. Voodoo does here, do you think you move Black Cat down and try to stagger Hulk?
Yeah, I don't hate that.
He can still get a fair bit done with like Gamma Leap and whatnot.
Doing it a second time, 2 wiles, that'll be 2 saps. Looks like Steve is going to block 1, so that'll just be 1 going through. That's going to leave Steve at 1.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 more saps, though, taking off some of that power you got last time, keeping it a little bit low, preventing bodyguards and
Vibranium
shields.
I find it really interesting that both teams took what I would think of as like safe lists here.
Yeah, it does seem.
Characters that don't have anything crazy out there outside of like possession, but like they're all very, you know what they're going to do.
Correct. Yep. So after 2, it looks like we might be getting a possession token.
On to, looks like Sam Cap.
Yep. One of the most mobile characters over in that area.
Makes sense that he's only a 3 threat, so it doesn't cost as much.
Yes, honest MCP. But to any of our winners earlier, please make sure you're sending us some form of message and information so we can get those Adepticon alt art tactics cards over to you.
And like, if you do send an email, make sure to tell us what's your name on Twitch so we know
Yeah.
what was that one.
Yeah, most people have so far as well, which is good. So yeah, let us know who you are and what the question you answered was.
Like, hey, I'm Twitch and I won the thing.
Shield throw to Voodoo. Voodoo's going to recall Daniel.
Okay, so Voodoo's going to recall Daniel here. Steve also healed a little bit from the Extremis console.
Naturally.
So the shield throw so far is
3
looking
versus
good. Okay,
1.
2 are going to go through.
Voodoo's kind of tough though. He's got,
Yeah.
I believe he's 6 and 6,
Pick up sticks.
6 and 5, something like
We're going to do it
that.
again.
Do it a second time.
Throw it again.
All right, only showing 2 that time. No ricochet, but only 1 block. Looks like
Yeah,
1 is going to go
another
through.
one going through.
No,
He's real tired after all those saps, you know.
he really is.
I would be
He's
too.
a sleepy boy. No ricochets though. That sucks.
Deviant Nick says I'm 100% using in my email I'm writing right now to Tim.
D O. All right. Well, I mean, that's going to be Steve. Back over to Gil and Norbert. Looking at spending power off of Hulk, potentially.
I'm a little surprised he went with Steve there to go after Voodoo, who's already activated. I get wanting to activate Steve when he's at 1 left. That makes sense.
Okay.
All 3.
All 3 damage removed from Dr. Voodoo. With a patch up from Hulk, he's then going to Gamma Leap as well. Looks like to get into position.
We've elected to punch Beta Ray Bill, figuring out bodyguards and stuff.
Interesting. Going at because he's got the book. That means he's going after Beta Ray Bill with a Steerac.
Mm-hmm. Beta Ray Bill, somewhat of a threat we've seen too.
Yeah.
So,
Are we gonna bodyguard it? Is the question. I like the hyper-aggressive play of Hulk here.
mm-hmm.
It's so Hulk.
Yeah, for real.
All right, we're going to bodyguard with Steve with the shield.
We're going to bodyguard with Steve, who's already a little wounded.
He's only got like 2 health left right now, so.
Yeah, well, the Extremis stop, I think, right? So he has 3 left, so 2 is going to go through. It doesn't daze him, so he must be at 1 left now.
Okay.
He's 5 on this side.
So he's dazed?
Yep.
Okay.
He is dazed. All right, I thought so. I thought he had 2 left there, so that makes sense. So Steve Cap on Flavortown side has been dazed by Hulk.
This one's into Bill.
And this punch is going to be into Bill. Ooh, looking good, showing 4.
Bill's blocking 2, so he's taking 1. Does he have to pay for that damage reduction?
1. That's, I believe, to a minimum of 1. Dealio. Once again. Nope. There you go. Yeah.
Why? I did it fine all morning, and all of a sudden I can't remember the code.
Once again, it's that tournament fatigue. The tournament tired. All right, so that's pretty big. I mean, not a ton of damage on Beta Ray, but taking out, getting Captain America to his injured side.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, he does have like inured to pain. Carbonite Cybernetics is to pay 1 to reduce by 1, not
it
2
is.
minimum.
Debating on aggressive.
Okay.
And he also has aggressive, but it's honor bound instead.
Just going to close in there with Beta Ray Bill with the aggressive.
Honor bound.
Honor bound.
It's aggressive with a different name.
It is. Honor is rarely unaggressive.
Like Deviant Nick says, Hulk needs to throw a lot more tanks.
Right? I mean, come on.
0 tanks thrown so far.
He's not wrong.
He threw both tanks, what, 1 or 2 games ago?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it was now.
Right?
They just threw the bunker into build. Build blocks none. Takes 4.
Oh, so he did throw the, not the tank, but he threw the bunker in the build didn't block any, and takes 4. He could reduce it by 1 with cybernetics, right? Yeah, if he would suffer damage.
So he pays 1 to.
He does pay 1 to reduce it.
Okay, so we'll only take 3 there. That puts him to 4, I think, total. He's got how much on this side? 6?
Folks, Reign of Terror is over.
That's going to be a
Pretty
great
good activation.
Yeah, great activation for Hulk. Am I the only one who hates mirror matches? They feel anticlimactic. Yeah, it certainly can be. Certainly can be. But it's not a mirror because one has Scarlet Witch and the other one has Beta Ray Bill. One has Black
there's
Cat,
quite
one
a
has
few
Iron Man.
differences.
Yeah.
Just Steve and Hulk. They're playing very differently, though.
Yeah.
The Europeans are playing pretty aggressively, while Flavortown is playing, seems more conservatively.
Listen, if you know one thing about Flavortown, it's that they're here for a good time. You know what I mean? They just want some bursty flavors that taste good,
Sounds
and
good, yeah.
you know, they just want to you know, make some donkey sauce.
Make some what?
Donkey sauce. It's the signature sauce of the
Guy Fieri?
Guy Fieri.
Donkey sauce?
Yeah. Yep.
I did not know that.
And trash can nachos. Did you know about the trash can nachos?
I feel like I've heard of that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not usually a big nacho person, but I would try like Flavortown nachos.
All right, so we have a Stormbreaker into Hulk.
So this is his builder.
Nothing. Big
Wow.
whiffers.
Not even a stun.
They sound like a team from the 60s.
Probably hoping to get some power for God Hunter, because that adds dice equal to the character's size.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely kind of wanted that to be happening there. They sound like a team from the 60s, Flavortown.
We're going to throw Hulk into Voodoo.
All right. Throwing Hulk into Voodoo.
I like that a lot. Ouch.
And that dodge roll on Voodoo, I mean, with authority. You're going to gain a power, probably, and block 3. So he'd still take 2. Any bet on Voodoo's good. But Voodoo proving hard to peel as he normally does. What size can that throw up to? That
4.
4.
Character or terrain.
All right.
Throw it medium, like great throw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, really good.
Summon the storm into Dr. Voodoo.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is, if they have flight, you can reroll up to 2 of the attack dice, including skulls, failures.
Wow. Okay, so we're popping off on Dr. Voodoo right now. We're showing 2 crits.
Oh.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was the crit and the 2 rerolls. I think, I can't tell if that netted. He
That's
knocked
6.
another die over. He's only blocking 1. Wild shock too, doesn't matter, he's dazed.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, that's now that is horsing around.
Yeah. That's why we like Beta Ray Bill.
Huh?
Storm prevents something.
That was real good.
Consider the storm summoned. It took a lot to get it to happen, but it certainly happened.
Worth it.
Okay. The old doctor
Easy.
is dazed. Who knew all it took was just summoning a quick old storm?
Yeah.
We haven't even seen any X-Men today.
Oh. Very surprising.
Yeah.
All right, Iron Man is measuring, probably looking the Helios Bill to get rid of him. What? Bill? Yeah.
All right, so it might be looking like we might be doing some homing rockets here to get some explosive damage off on kind of the whole group.
So either homing rockets or Helios, because the sweep and clear would hit everybody else there.
Yeah, it's way too early for Helios, though. You want to Helios the Hulk. That's what it's there for.
I don't know. After Bill has a turn like that,
I mean, Bill has damage on him, though. He's got like 2 left.
I don't think it's the best idea to Helios there,
Right.
but it's a possibility of measuring out range 5.
But, ooh, a pass.
Oh, never mind. Just pass. Okay.
Okay.
Did not see that coming.
And
Because he's got just Iron Man and Steve Cap left for the Europeans. Flavortown has their Hulk. I think Sam Cap and Black Cat left.
looks like it. Looks like it. Just a storm. Somebody also got dang Hulk thrown at them. Mister, yeah, you're not wrong. So that's the green storm. That's the old ecto cooler coming at you fast.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah, for real. All filled with potassium as well. That ecto cooler.
Do you want a banana?
I don't want a banana. Thank you, though, Taylor.
'Cause I got 2
You heard
bananas.
potassium.
You do have 2
bananas?
I'm gonna eat a banana.
Okay.
Good luck. He's gonna eat a banana.
Hope
Don't
everything
choke
comes
on
out.
it.
About luck.
Hope everything comes out okay.
Wait, of the banana peel, yeah.
Yeah. Once again, I don't want to get stuck in there.
Oh, I saw Gil slap down a Techers card. Is that?
They just went, we should have recaled it.
Oh yeah. So Gil and Norbert saying that maybe they should have recaled there. On a spike like that.
Fair.
Yeah. No, that's a good.
I mean, he still would have had the 2 more dice from the crits
Yeah.
and everything, but yeah.
Okay, so the danger room shuffle here is going to activate. Going to move up to Steve. So he heals himself with the Extremis a little bit after taking actually I think 7 from Scarlet Witch. Now
Tank and Steve.
I'm going to throw a tank into Steve Rogers.
There we go. The Hulk throwing a tank.
It's going to be 4 dice here.
Ow.
They're only blocking 1 so far.
Out of 5.
Make it 2.
blocking 2, so
Okay.
taking 3.
Taking 3.
Hulk should be able to strike him down the rest of the way.
Yeah, he's still got 2 attacks, so I'm going to start with a punch, looks like. Or moving.
I'm moving on to the objective.
And then healing himself again, potentially.
Hulk smash. Into Steve.
Oh, wow. He had that much power?
I mean, he took 7.
I forgot he gets 3.
Yeah, raise that shielding up. So we're going to be rolling, what is it, 9 against 5 dice here?
I'm sure they're more looking for the throw, though. Do need a wild for the throw.
Is it 9 dice or 8?
It's 8 base, but he's got some damage on him.
Yeah, he has enough for 1 extra die.
I did get the wild for the throw. I think that's more what they're concerned with if they don't daze him.
Currently blocking 2, looks like 2, 4 are going to be, so only 2's going through.
Yeah. I don't think that's enough to daze him.
It
so
is. He
good
just
thing
took
they got the
3.
throw. Oh, because he has 5. We discussed this
And now the
before.
recalibration matrix is going to happen.
Oh. Still a lot of dice they roll.
Yeah, him only being 5 on his healthy side after taking 3 damage from a tank kind of makes it heavy. All right, that puts Cap alive at 1.
That's a huge difference.
But with the wild, there's a throw.
Did he get a wild this time?
Yep.
Oh, it's right there.
What's that?
Oh,
Didn't they
then he
get a
can
wild,
throw him
though?
into a piece of terrain and daze him.
Yeah,
They might.
yeah.
They got the wild, so there's no I don't see why you wouldn't throw him into terrain.
So they're just going to knock him into that, destroy that terrain,
Yep, into the light post. Pick up.
A little tiny lamppost. Boink.
and then they'll move it over there. Let's see if they spend for Extremis here as well. Doesn't look like it.
The Hulk's reign of terror is over.
Does he have? I don't know if he has any power left after all. He did
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot.
Did he have any power left after all that?
No, he couldn't. No, so he couldn't interact. He was out of power.
Pick up a book, that was his last power.
Gotcha.
Alyssa, she's had to charge her phone 3 times today because of streaming.
Aw.
Thanks.
Yeah, Alyssa, we really appreciate you guys quite a bit. Actually, everyone here that's been hanging out. Now that it's later into that Friday night, the hall is a little quieter, but certainly not closed.
One more
Yeah,
pass.
busy.
And another pass from Gil and Norbert, putting all the decisions and stuff on.
What? Because they only have Iron Man left, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody's gone or dazed at this point.
Yep. And I mean, I suppose when you think about that, right? Like, what is the point of going with him? If he gets dazed off the point, he would have been dazed on the point.
Yeah.
At least make him work a little bit harder for it. Oh,
Mr. Stank.
so Sam is going to charge here.
Charge to throw again. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make sure you line up right so you can push Scarlet Witch off the point. Because I'm sure it's a push away.
Okay, so 4 dice showing 2 crits, though, on that. We're just going to re-roll the cock die. So they're saying that it would be a success either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. No wild for the ricochet. She's going to take 3.
Takes 3.
Good point from Jacob
no
saying,
push.
hey, that dice is cocked. It's either going to be a wild or a skull, but hey, it's Scarlet Witch. It doesn't matter. It's a success. Nate GG
Judge.
coming in to judge with his token Dr. Pepper. We went out to Giordano's with Tim Simpson and Nate GG earlier in the week. Nate did
Check and see if we can push her.
Oh, I
Had
forgot
a-
he just has to do damage to push.
did a taste test on his Dr. Pepper because he didn't think it was Dr. Pepper. So he's like handing it around the table, being like, "Is this Dr. Pepper? I don't think this is Dr. Pepper." Dude loves Dr. Pepper.
What do you think it was?
I think it was Diet Coke or something. It's weird. It
I
didn't
mean,
really.
I feel like you'd definitely be able to tell Diet Coke from
That's the
Dr.
thing.
Pepper.
It was like faded. It
I
was
mean,
like
they're both
it's like
pretty
someone
gross,
mixed
but-
Dr. like the end of a Dr. Pepper syrup thing in with some Diet Coke or something.
Sometimes restaurants with those fountain drinks, like they get the streams crossed or whatever.
Yeah.
Low on syrup or too much syrup can make a huge difference.
For real.
Getting some precise measurements here from Nate. I think she's gonna fit. Looks like we're determining. So she can be pushed. yeah.
Well done, Nate. Precise there. Precision to see that throw happen. Well done. Calm, smooth, steady hands on that. The push happens.
That's big though. So that keep Black Widow that northern objective.
Black cat.
All right. And then airlifting a black cat. You'd love to see it. Size 2. What are you going to do?
Doing so much. Charged with a long range attack, and then moving around with other characters. He's so good.
Sam Wilson's dope. Especially, Sam Wilson is better under Steve
with
Rogers.
Cap and Steve's Avengers, yeah,
Yep.
for real. To do that charge for 1 is huge.
To do a charge for 1 and airlift for 1. Airlifting a
Or-
stagger bot. Yep, 100%. What's that?
Is it or
Yeah. Yes, that's fair. Actually, good point.
It's weird how making Sam more mobile is to put him in Cap's leadership.
we were just
Right.
saying that he seems better in Steve's Avengers than his own. I mean, just what's it called? Like power efficiency is so important.
Yeah. Yep.
So saving that one makes a big difference over the course of a game.
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
What do we got left here this round? Black Widow? Or did she run up there this round?
Black Widow, yes.
What
Yep.
year is it?
Right? His power economy is through the roof under Steve. Yeah, absolutely it is.
Power
He can-
economy, that's the term I was looking for. And he can throw more shields.
Why would he stop?
With charge costing that much left, he can throw like 50% more shields.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got Iron Man left. I don't... Pretty certainly can't pants again.
Same as Steve, throwing more shields, no cover, no line of sight. It feels like a mini cheat code when they pop off. Listen, I've been preaching the name for a while now. Taskmaster, Red Guardian, Steve, and Sam. The power quadruple.
I feel like we need one more to really fill in
I
a
agree.
whole squad.
I absolutely agree.
I'm not sure who it would be. Unless you got like John Walker, Captain America, but I feel like his shield throw would be bad.
U.S. agent, 100%. Posture
Like-
check, thank you.
Maybe just...
Deviate, Nate.
He doesn't have the ricochet because he doesn't have that skill, but he just throws it harder.
Iron Man just gets on that bottom objective.
Yep, Iron Man just going to tiptoe in.
Tippy tip. Oh, Isaiah Bradley. Give him the timely shield,
Yes.
right?
Troublemaker.
I was hoping the World War II cap would have at least an option for the timely shield as opposed to the round one.
Okay, yeah, for real. So we have Troublemaker going into Wanda right now. She's going to block 2. So she'll take that, just that one, and she will be staggered.
Takes 1 damage, staggered.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot Troublemaker's range 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know if I saw...
Did get the elusive.
Did get the elusive, so she will get a short movement as well.
This seems like a pretty dominant turn by Flavortown.
Yep. Welcome to Flavortown.
Wow, they
And
got...
now 4 to 10.
Yeah, so they got
Avengers.
3 of the points. Oof. Can you just say 3 to 10 Avengers? Because that's
4 to 10.
4 to 10. Avengers.
4 to 10 Flavortown.
Avengers.
Ah. Did you know that she can play through steel?
We're getting a little silly here during a very serious game.
The other thing she can do, Dan, is the power of friendship. Okay?
That's
She does
not
have
a
that.
thing.
She does have
has
that.
the thing.
You stole that from My Little Pony then.
And fighting for steel.
So that is actually going to be moving priority back over to Mike and Jacob here, which is not a great spot.
Let me tell you how much power's on the table for Helios.
Oh, that sounds gross.
It might be a Hulk gone.
Yeah. Zex42 is a good point. Captain Carter should be the 5th shield thrower.
Wait, was it? Oh no, trouble. No, Black Cat
She
was the
would be
last one.
awesome.
Helios is happening right now.
Yep, here
Lend
it is.
me your energy.
Lots of dices into Hulk. Is it going to be enough, though?
Lend me your energy. Now, these folks apparently unable to use the Kirchhoff calculator.
Even if they remove Hulk here,
Hulk going bye-bye.
do you think it's going to be enough, or is it too little too late?
I don't think it's too little too
Being
late.
having only 4 points? It is only after 2 rounds, so...
That Hulk, I believe, has
Not a lot.
No, I think he has an okay amount.
well, yeah, he's got like 14 or 15 health left, I think.
I
Not
think-
like all 20.
I think he just
That's
drained
still
it.
hard to do, even with
Just
Helios.
empty the tank. You'll always regret. You'll never regret overkilling him. You will always regret underkilling him.
Yeah.
Just in case, do we also trip up? Just in case.
That's extra power that's going to remove dice.
to remove some of his dice, right? Reduces his defense by 2.
Trip up? No, trip up. If damage is done, it gets staggered and stunned.
Just more dice.
You know. But what if it fails? It's kind of Hulk insurance. You know?
Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
I don't know. This is going to be interesting because this could be huge or just make him real mad.
28.
What? 30 dice?
30 dice. 30 dice or 30
that
power?
should do it with even average roll.
Here we go.
Any more?
Well, no, average roll probably wouldn't do it because he'll get some successes. They have to roll slightly over average.
Yeah. But with crits and stuff, I think the odds of getting more than, I think it's like 0.6, right? 0.6 or 65% chance of getting a damage on the dice with crits involved.
But he's got...
And sweep and clear.
10 big successes.
How much does the Hulk have left?
Like 15.
I think it's, yeah. All right,
So I'm going to roll 10 and then roll 10 again.
imagine recalibration matrix thing on this.
Yeah, right. So
After maybe
perfectly
getting
average on the first roll.
All right, good start.
Does he have any power on him? Oh, yeah, he just had the power phase. He'll be able to Hulk that puny banner if he needs it.
Yeah.
I bet this is going to be
All right, so we're showing
close.
5 so far. That'll be 6,
There's
7,
the wild they need.
8, 9. Once
Perfectly
again,
average again. That's 10. If they do this, if they get the same roll again, they're
all right,
probably
pop
not gonna
off
do
here.
it.
Pop off here. There you go. There you go.
Oh, that should. Oh, that might do it.
That'll be 14, 15, 16, 17 with a crit.
Looks like one die is kind of cocked on the other there. In that situation,
I mean, it's a hit
when
or a-
Taylor and I play together, we always play not flat, re-roll it, which looks like what they're doing. Still
for
is
another
a hit.
wild.
Okay, so I got 2 more than average that time.
So that's 17.
17 successes.
17. Hulk does, but that's 18 damage with sweep and clear.
With sweep and clear, yeah.
Hulk does get his defense here. Was he got 3
Mm-hmm.
energy defense?
Hulk is sitting on 14.
Okay, 14. Yep. So okay, great. Exactly what we were thinking was.
Yeah, he's got 3 energy defense here.
Incinerated, hexed, not rolling dice. He's dazed. Crits can't explode.
One less dice. He
Oh, it
cannot,
doesn't matter. Without crits exploding, he can't do it, huh?
And that is a dazed Hulk.
Wow. Took 28 power.
You
and
know
they
what?
just
I don't
barely
want to
did
get
it.
ahead of myself, but I think the Avengers might have this one.
Yeah, because he did 18 went through, even with 3 dice. They could bring with hex.
That was
max
what they
could
needed to
bring it
do.
down to
Don't leave
was
anything
15
behind. They
damage.
spent it all, and they got just what they needed.
Yeah.
Wowzers, Macausers. Thank you, Otis.
That's huge, though. But that means they have no power to do anything else.
Well,
this
guess
round.
what? They're going to get hit a bunch before they get another activation. So,
And that's Iron Man done because he had to move and then attack.
That is
That was nuts.
that was a clapback 100%. Is it enough? Is it enough? Effectively, they're going to need a couple rounds here to get those points back. Can they deny or
Yeah.
limit?
They did empty the
Flavortown.
tank. I don't see a single power set on any other character cards over there.
They knew they needed it, and they did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah. It was the right call because it was just enough.
Yeah.
They had 2 more damage than they absolutely needed.
Yeah, Deviate Nick, I think you're 100% right. That is a lot of power on abilities they probably wouldn't use.
Well, they won't use them now. I think it's
Well, yeah, they can't use them now.
They ain't got no power, Lieutenant Dan.
There's some Sentinels off on the side here that have
Oh, they light
LED
up.
lights in them.
That's
That
awesome.
looks awesome.
I like that a lot. They have 4 Sentinels? Just showing off.
Bill is going to heal himself on the Extremis.
And then move. Let's get away from the other Hulk.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, they like all light up a little bit different. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, it's Hulkbuster's the other model he's got.
All right, just getting up to that Extremis.
Okay.
Danger
Okay.
Room, Flavortown here. Just probably trying to look into spread out a little bit.
Scarlet Witch, Winds of Chaos.
Well, I guess she saved just enough power to do Winds of Chaos.
All right, so the Whims of Chaos is going to apply a whole bunch of status conditions, I believe.
I definitely don't remember that card.
So effectively what's going to happen from here is Flavortown is going to spread out on every point. They need to score 6 points over 2 rounds.
She uses it on herself.
And
One power.
effectively, if Norbert and Gil can't prevent them from scoring on average 3 points a round over the next 2 rounds, it's over. That was a huge play with the Helios, but they are not out of this yet. They need to deny hard points.
Yeah, she only had 1 power to spend, so she can remove 1 special condition from herself and put Hex, Root, or Incinerate on 1 enemy character within 3 of her. Oh, she can also remove 1 damage. So what did he say? What special condition she put on somebody?
She was removing damage from herself, I believe.
Yeah,
For
so
each
then she.
power spat.
Yeah.
Okay. Looked like she only had 1. I mean, let's confirm with Taylor.
There's definitely people within 3 of her. Double checking cards here, make sure we know exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
My assumption would be to, if they can take out Beta Ray Bill, I mean, doing the same thing, adding Hex and Incinerate on her activation would be pretty dope here. Would really help melt through him, but granted, he's not the Hulk, right? So you can't just Helios it and get it off the table. You have to daze it and then KO it. Taylor? What did the Whims of Chaos do? Did she remove?
Remove 7.
Oh, great.
Troublemaker from Bombardment.
That's right. Okay.
Did she put a condition on somebody else?
Say again?
Did she put a condition on
I think she only had 1 power, right? So she
only
just
had 1
removed
power.
the stagger. All right, still great use of it. It's 2 activations where she can
Oh, I
really...
see. She uses it to it heals or harms. Okay. Each power affects 1 character, so she chose to affect herself with the 1 power she had.
But what does it do? Does it remove a special condition and heal?
In her
just-
case, yeah, it removes a special condition and removes 1 damage.
Nice.
If you do it to an enemy character, then it does root,
Sorry.
Hex, or
Didn't explain,
Incinerate.
sorry.
Yeah. All right. So then it looks like she's going to move up. I don't know why. I think it just double blast someone to get them off. Especially while they're holding a book. Oh, it is or?
Yeah,
So it's
so
just
it's-
removing the stagger. I gotcha.
Oh, for the healing?
One
or
wound or
condition.
condition.
Oh, okay.
Yes, still great.
Yeah,
use.
getting rid of staggers huge.
Yeah, that's a turn back. That is a turn back.
And Flavortown did not need that.
Correct. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to choke you. No, I'm lucky. So whether you're watching this on the YouTube or live here on Twitch, just a reminder to head over to professionalcasual.com. Check out the MCP blogs we have there. We have some great stuff there. Dr. Dylan Dyer writing a number of articles on how to paint better and paint without fear. Alyssa as well, writing a very solid article on how to get into the competitive scene, especially if you may have hesitations. on going to some local events. MCP is a great community to get into miniature wargaming and to get out there a little bit and head to some really awesome conventions. In addition to that, we have podcasts for Marvel Crisis Protocol, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition, as well as Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And we are going to Hex Bolt into Black Widow now. Thinking about something called sacrifice.
Sacrifice. I think they're going with it. See him pointing the tactics cards.
Might be a good use of it.
Yep.
Sacrifice on a black cat.
On the Black Cat.
Full health.
So she has more health on her.
All right.
Interesting. She got 4 successes on Scarlet Witch. Black Widow's got a crit.
I've never seen this many cocked dice in a game before.
Right? I was just thinking that. Oh, it became a crit. That wasn't a reroll. It was not flat.
Now it's
Oof,
5.
That's sick. Yeah, 5.
All right, guess what? That is
That'll do it.
a.
Looks like she's blocking 1.
Or go through.
She dazed?
She had 4 health. She was not injured.
Oh, she was uninjured?
She
Gotcha.
has 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay. Good use.
You can't modify riddle dice against Black Cat. Forgot about that. Good luck.
Can crit, though. Thankfully. Bless you, Dan.
Thank y'all.
Not to be confused with Cole Daniels, new member of the Professional Casual Network.
Throwing size 2 terrain in a black cat.
Finish her off. Throwing a size 2 barrier.
Bonk.
Into Black Cat. Can you do it? What's the dodge gonna look like? 3 damage is coming through. Can you block it all? Or do you brace?
I think they're debating bracing it.
Or do you brace?
It almost seems silly to brace that, but it keeps her from getting dazed and allows her to kick somebody else in the shin.
It gives her an activation, effectively.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the last form of damage,
We are going to brace.
and the
Okay.
brace happens. That's 2 actions.
Yeah,
Because of the
it's-
tactics
I think
card.
it's worth it there.
Yeah.
It's not always about how much damage is blocked, it's about what damage is blocked.
Especially with her there. I mean, she could troublemaker twice, right? She could, I guess there's not really a use to doing that, but she could do some heavy damage to Scarlet Witch. She could stagger her again. Whims of Chaos is off the table.
I like that Flavortown is like essentially redeployed. They had a cluster around their home objective. Now they're moving to like the one that's north on the screen here.
Steve double moves and heals black cat with the Extremis.
Oh, I like that.
All right, so that's going to put Black Cat at 3 damage out of 5. So she is now 2 away from a daze.
So Caps, after that double move, he uses the Extremis console to heal Black Cat 1. Just make sure people have heard that.
Yeah.
Back to the Europeans. They got Dr. Voodoo and Hulk left. And Steve?
Yeah.
There's Steve still has to go? They've only done
Yeah.
Iron Man?
You've only done Iron Man.
Well, and Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yep.
just went.
All
they're
right, so
going
we're
with
looking
Dr.
at Voodoo. I mean, Sam's kind of a sitting duck there right now. That is
he's
for
in
sure.
some trouble. Doing some measuring. Not sure of what there. Sam could be a sacrificial lamb. But it makes sense that they moved Steve up there first. Keep your leader alive a little longer.
Into Sam, Spirit Venom.
Spirit Venom into Sam.
Look at all that power.
That's a lot of skulls on Dr. Voodoo's side. Looks like nothing got through.
Mm-hmm.
No wilds either for Dr. Voodoo, so no sapping.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
That was pretty ideal for Sam. Now
Yeah.
he's going to be like, goodbye.
Really was.
He's going to pull a Nina.
Bye-bye.
So where does Sam go? Do you go with Sam? What else does he have left? Black Cat? Stagger, Scarlet Witch again?
Mhm. All right, fam, we are also 10, maybe 13 minutes away from probably what is going to be our last tactics card giveaway for the day. We might have to slow it down tomorrow or the day after, so it might be your last easy shot to get some of the 2023 Adepticon Alt Art Tactics cards, which you see scrolling through in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Some great new designs that AMG has provided for Adepticon. Absolutely. Absolutely. Huge thank you to AMG and Adepticon for providing those for us to give away so we can bring that Adepticon experience to you. Not everyone can make it out every year, especially with sellouts so quick, so the fact that they want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity is quite frankly awesome. Throwing a shield at Voodoo. Voodoo? You do. Yeah, so no damage there. There will be a ricochet, which I suppose they could throw at Hulk. Are they forgetting that on purpose, or? Huh. Okay.
That's Sam Butler.
There was Wild there, right? He didn't want a ricochet?
You need to do damage for push.
What about the ricochet?
I don't think anyone else is in range. That's their hope. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's definitely not. Oh, they forgot.
Yep.
You're right. Thanks.
Yep.
You know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Listen, as
I'm telling you what to do, Dad.
She can bite through steel.
Hulk's coming around saying, you're not getting away from me.
So we're looking at a Hulk activation here. I think that's the last activation for them, or do they still have that cap on the right side of the deal there?
Hey, Eltwig's back.
Eltwig, you know what? You missed the last one. That probably would have been yours if you were here, dude.
Well, he said he was going to move up to second place in that one. In this one, he's going to win.
Oh, so we just kind of skipped it. I
They're gonna
gotcha.
win.
Let's tease it a little bit. Let's give the category. This is a deep cut for those of you that have been following the events that we have been streaming. The category is based heavily around an organized play kit that we heavily covered at the Atlantic City Open last year. The first major stream at a convention that we did after Adepticon last year.
You got 9 minutes to ponder that.
9 minutes to figure that one out. YouTube might be a great place. You know what? There might even be a link down below where you can sort through all of those videos chronologically to figure out what event we did after. What's this? I love you.
So just steal Felicity style those range rules and raffle them. I don't even know where they're coming from.
I have been trying to steal them literally all day.
All right, what are they doing with Hulk here? He was going around to punch Sam, but looks like they changed their mind there.
Steve picks up a book. That there, Steve.
So the
European Steve.
picks up the book, moves to go read it real loud at people.
Gotcha. Oh, the Avengers Steve.
Yeah, yeah.
Steve on the Avengers side.
Shield throw into Black Cat bodyguard on their Steve.
Okay.
They're fine. Steve's fine.
They're all right. They're doing okay.
Wow.
Steve can do this all day.
Yeah, but they both can.
Have
some
you
might
heard
say.
that?
It's one of the big.
It is American.
Correct.
Black Cat's moving down, and she's got to get that point. Oh, Steve left it.
Yeah.
Left it wide open.
Black Cat is stealing the book.
Oh, yikes. She's
Guess
getting
what?
2 points.
This is a robbery.
Are they going to be able to score 6 this round? I feel like they're going to. Real close. I'm not sure exactly where the books are.
Then she's going to heal herself on the Extremis console.
she's
She'll
got-
be taking 2 there. Black Cat's scoring 2.
Yeah, she's got 2. Sam's got 1. That's 3. I think Beta Ray Bill still has a book. 4. They have that point for sure. That's 5.
Uh-oh.
Right now, they are currently scoring 6.
They are scoring. They have
Yeah.
all 3 books.
So they need to take out Sam, essentially.
How?
With
They
Hulk?
still have Hulk.
Yeah, they still have Hulk, so
Yeah.
that's not that difficult, probably.
Hopefully.
Who has the 3rd book? Taylor. Who has the books? Beta Ray Bill, now Black Cat, and
Black Cat, Black Widow.
Black Widow. Oh, jeez. I forgot Black Widow has one. And Sam's in trouble. He's got a big target on him. The Hulk. Does he have any power after Helios? Like he's gonna move and get 1 strike. Maybe if he gets power from the strike, maybe throw something or whatever. Oh, they're just
So,
moving twice to deny the point?
Yeah, just move twice to make sure they get another round.
Correct.
Okay,
Okay.
that makes sense. Yeah, don't risk the chance of having
Yeah.
the days.
All right, so that is going to put it going into round 4.
So we have Black Widow left, but it will be 15-5 at the end.
Oh, Black Widow still hasn't gone? She could also try to stagger
That's true. She probably will. and
Scarlet
probably
Witch.
should.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So that means Norbert and Gil are only scoring 1 this round, and I could see them potentially calling it though, because if they're 15-5,
I'm here once again to inform you that Squirrel Girl can bite through steel. Thank you, Mild Jackalope.
thanks. Jim.
Really appreciate you.
That's really good. Oh, hydrate.
Feel hydrated, but I just finished my drink.
Thanks, Nick. All right, Hulk's gone.
5 at the end of the round.
So what did Black Widow do?
Say again?
What did Black Widow do?
She's nudged. It's a very important nudge.
She didn't try to stagger Scarlet Witch?
She didn't want to put power on anybody.
Okay. She didn't want to put power on anybody. I can understand. They've been playing super conservatively the whole time, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That costs power, doesn't it? To do that attack?
Yeah, like 2 or
She
something.
only had 1 power.
Oh, she didn't have the power to do it. That makes even more sense. No bother. No reason to just use her builder on her for no.
It's a good reason not to do something.
Yeah, you can't.
Being that you can't.
The rules prevent you from doing things sometimes.
Huh. Super weird.
We should learn those.
That's why, though.
All right, so Flavortown just needs to score 1.
Oh, another hydrate. 2 more hydrates, actually.
Yeah. Abby Drake can do pretty much whatever he wants, as long as he unlocks his own potential. All right, so this is round 4. So I feel like if this wasn't the finals of an event like this, that Norbert and Gil would probably concede at this point. They have to stop them from scoring 1, and they need 11. Postures, Jack.
Jen Boo, thank you.
Thanks for looking out for us. My back's even starting to hurt a little bit.
Listen, they do have a lot going for them here. A lot of Flavortown's units are way up at the top. A lot of them are injured. They could be taken down here by some great shield throws, by some possession, by a Hulk. There's a lot still on the table.
Ain't just even joining the cult with a girl who also happens to be a squirrel.
Like, for real here, there is a path, but it's heavily luck-based, right? You gotta go with the swings of those MCP dice. But
yeah, he
that's
effectively has to daze or KO all of them that are holding an objective.
correct.
And then daze or KO or displace those that are securing.
Yes.
I just don't think he has enough
He has Scarlet Witch.
actions.
So
yeah.
he has Iron Man downstairs, right? Should be able to take out Sam.
They do have a push or throw on every character.
There's also Dr. Voodoo,
Can
who, if
possess
they do it
somebody.
all but one, Dr. Voodoo turns off the last one. Order of operations is insanely important here.
Yeah.
Insanely important. We're picking up dice.
Hexbolt into Black Widow.
Hexbolt into Black Widow.
Am I going for the daze or KO here? I forget if I don't think she's injured, but
We're looking good so far. She's not rolling anything.
she's definitely dazed.
Yep.
Takes 3 dazes.
She is dazed. Oh, she was healthy.
Oh, Steve took it. I'm so sorry. Steve took it.
Okay.
Oh, he
So there was,
bodyguarded.
there was
Okay.
a bodyguard there.
So Steve takes 3. He's injured.
I don't know if I saw.
So Steve takes 3.
Okay, so Steve's taking 3. I mean, that certainly gives him enough power to do it again. This time it'll be full cost. Ooh.
Size 2 into Steve.
That's 3 damage into Steve. What can you block, buddy? Nothing.
Steve KOs.
Oh, and that KO, that was a great move.
Wow, great start to
Her
there.
throws have been so good this
They
game.
really have been. Scarlet Witch now probably going after Black Widow.
She's been popping off. I wonder if they're regretting that first turn, not moving Hulk all the way up and punching her before they threw her off the point.
To Black Widow this time. She will. Ooh, a crit and 2 skulls, which will count as successes here.
Ugh.
The crit doesn't
So it's
convert.
4. They're blocking 2.
Counter strike.
And then a counter strike back onto her. So that's 2 going onto Black Widow.
That's the only damage she's taken.
That is the only damage she's taken so far. All right, so it's all going to come down to that cap over there. But, I mean, there's a lot.
Hex and bleed.
Hex and bleed. I like it.
And she will take 1 damage from the counter strike.
She will take 1 back. So effectively it is over. Black Widow, double long moves away, scores a point, the game ends.
Right, they just have to get a point anywhere.
Yep. You have to get a single point. Let's see if they do that. Looks like they are. And that is going to be game 16 to, I think, 9.
Yep, double move, boop, boop. No one's going to be able well, yeah, no one's going to be able to get to her within 3.
Runs to the corner, bleeds for 1.
And
All right.
bleeds.
Runs into the corner,
What?
bleeds for 1. All right, let's do this real quick.
Trivia.
Trivia. Whoever gets this question right, the first one to get this right, I've given some spoilers, some context here. First one to get this right gets the Adepticon promo card pack. Who did Mystique marry in the Renewal of Vows? In Renewal of Vows, who did Mystique marry, or some might say remarry?
Marriage.
She'll throw in a black cat.
House
they're
of
quick. House of
W.
W.
Congratulations.
Well, Jacobs is Wolverine.
She takes 3 dazes.
Wait, what? What just happened?
I think they're attacking Black Cat.
Okay. So 9 p.m.
I'll twig Logan. Damn it.
House of W. Listen, we've enjoyed you here all day. Very happy that this last Adepticon pack is going to you. Make sure to hit me up, Tim at professionalcasual.com, to let me know where to send it.
Cap walks over on the Extremis and picks up that book.
Okay, Captain's going to walk over and pick it up.
Marty Party said Domino, and it says, I knew it started with a D.
Everyone has a... Yeah, you're not wrong.
Dude is a 10 out of 10 based on sideburns alone.
Mystique did have a child with him in an alternate universe, which produced the child Rays, which was a shapeshifter with claws.
Thanks, Altoid. It's been really, really fun.
It really has been.
So they're playing this out
Just kind of
for
blocking it.
completeness.
Yeah.
Here's the good news. We'll be back tomorrow.
We will be back tomorrow. Make sure to check the YouTube for the interview with Chick, as well as probably a whole bunch of other stuff, some behind-the-scenes stuff that we weren't able to stream
Gonna
today.
beat the heck out of Sam.
And we will be back, I believe, at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
It feels so much later.
It
It's
does.
9 o'clock, but
Well, it is later. You're suffering from jet lag.
a little bit. Yeah, it's still on Eastern time, so it feels like 10.
But
I
thank
went
you,
to bed
everyone.
at after 2 and got up at
Okay.
7.
That is game. Honor is no
There it
longer
is,
there.
all
10
the
to 18.
handshakes.
10 to 18 at the end there. All right, guys, we are going to wrap this up.
10 to 17.
10 to 17. We're going to wrap this up very quickly. It's been a long day, a great day. That is Flavortown, Mike DeLuca, and Jacob from the Danger Room taking the day, winning the tournament for the team affiliation event. Or, I'm sorry, just the team tournament, 2v2 team tournament. Gil and Norbert are going to be getting second there. There's going to be a whole bunch of prizes and stuff for them as well. Make sure to stay tuned to the YouTube for interviews with them from after this game. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the Challenger event. We'll probably see all 4 of these people again, as well as a lot of names that you know from the MCP community competing in that Adepticon singles tournament. Remember, we'll also be giving away more of those Adepticon Tactics cards, as well as streaming the studio reveal on Sunday and the Worthy.
Oh,
So, Adepticon is really only just getting started. The biggest days are yet to come. We hope to see you all there, and we will see you tomorrow.